Windows wide, the curtains fly to catch the evening breeze. Without you here to keep me warm, believe I'd rather freeze. Believe I'd rather freeze. And how long can we walk that line between the sea and sand? How long can we bide our time for dreams we never planned?
Let me do a little campsite walk around here at Florence Marina State Park, show you what our site looks like. So here we are at site number 42. Not a huge campground, but a decent size. Not the biggest state park, but definitely not the smallest we've been to. And the thing about this one is, man, they really have the campsites packed in here, but it kind of varies depending on where you're at. Some places, like right here, you got a decent amount of room between campsites. Other places, like on this side of us, you're really kind of packed in here. So, not the most roomy state park we've been to, but nice campsites. It was pretty wet when we first got here. A lot of mud around here just because it's been raining a lot in this area. But I mean, you got a decent amount of area. It kind of reminds me of Jekyll, the way they got them kind of in here diagonally and backed in here, so you got somebody kind of right behind you in every campsite. These lanes here that go around, you got campers backed in from both sides there. So a little more snug than what we're used to at a state park, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. So standing from behind our site, this is what we got here. Plenty of room. We didn't put out the awning because we didn't really need it. It was cool enough, but nice fire pit, picnic table, and as you can see there, a good bit of shade, which we didn't really need this weekend, but would definitely come in handy if you came here in the summertime. It appears that all the campsites here are pretty well shaded, so that is definitely a plus. Looky there, we found another pop-up. That's the only other pop-up out here this weekend, although this campground was completely full. Now, if we were to come back here, I would try to get one of these campsites on this back half right here. Definitely a lot more roomy over there and a little closer to the bathroom, which you can see right through those trees there. So that's the front half, which we're on. And then the back half here, you don't have people backing in from both sides. They're just kind of long pull-through sites. Got a lot more room on those, and that's where I would want to be if I came back. I think probably the most ideal site on this place, although it's a handicap site, is this one right here, number 25. I really like this one. So you got a pull through spot there, lots of room, put you one or two vehicles, nice little concrete pad there with the fire pit, and lots of room on both sides. I think this is the Taj Mahal of campsites for Florence Marina here. And while none of the campsites here are on the water, it's just a short little walk here, and you can see nice good view there. I don't know what body of water that is. Appears to be some kind of river or inlet. There's some kind of event center right there, but you can come down here and see boats zipping by. It's just a nice little view. Nice little grassy area here. Come out and play with the kids. Putt-putt over there. So plenty of free area to roam around here, and nice views of the water within just a little short walk. Now, I didn't bring any fishing poles or anything, but probably should have. Definitely will next time. But so you can walk right down here to the water, sit on the bank there and do a little fishing if you like. Not sure how good the fishing is right here, but definitely a good place to sit there in the shade and give it a go. All right, so we got her loaded up, ready to leave Florence Marina State Park.
Yep.
But not before we give our official campground review of this place.
Yes, and since it's not raining, we can do it here at the campground.
Since it's not raining, it's actually beautiful out here. Sun's out, not a cloud in the sky, feels really good. So we kind of took our time, let the kids play, take our time getting everything together, because it's only a short drive back home.
Right.
So these trips that are closer to home are nice. We try not to factor that into the rating on how close it is to home, because that's not really fair to the campground. Not that they are watching these or care, but we try to be impartial as far as the distance is.
Proximity, right.
So A few things we mentioned already on the previous video for this place, or may have been on this video. I don't know which one it ended up on yet, but the campsites here are really, really close together.
The ones on the outer edges of the campground.
The front part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So they do the campsites like this.
Yeah.
Like here's one, here's one.
Yeah.
And so you're backed into another camper. So that's a big
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
We don't like that. We didn't quite realize that. Sometimes even when they show that on a map, there's usually at least some distance between you and the other.
Yeah.
There's not. You can spit and hit your neighbor.
Yeah.
That's how close you are.
Usually I'm the one that books the
Oh my gosh,
spots,
here we go.
and Brooklyn booked this one, and so we see what happens. So
We
I think
came with friends, and we were trying to get as close to our friends as possible, and nobody knew. You could not tell that from
so
it.
one strike for Brooklyn's booking.
Okay. But in the middle, move on from that. In the middle though, the campsites are long and wide, and they have concrete, which is another, now not all of them concrete. I noticed these ones in the front have a lot of gravel, but our sites were like muddy and grassy and
the mud's not
hardly
their fault.
any gravel.
Because it just rains so much. It's muddy everywhere. It's muddy at our house back home. It's muddy everywhere.
Right.
Shade, definitely a lot of good shade here.
Yeah.
Big thing. So very good,
Right.
to come here in the summertime.
Right.
The store up front, the state park, was one of the nicer ones we've been into. A lot more amenities or things in there, and I don't know if that had to do with the marina being right there with boats coming in.
Right.
They did have a lot more stuff in there, which was nice. Their firewood situation was not good.
There was none. Thank goodness you found all that free firewood though.
That's right. So it is a beautiful place, and decent sized state park. Some decent little trails to walk.
The bathrooms are some of the nicest I've seen. Besides Reed Bingham. Reed Bingham had nice bathrooms because they had just been rebuilt.
Yeah, these bathrooms are top notch. Like the showers, they got, it's hard to explain without showing you, but then these showers, some of them, it's all just one big kind of cell where the shower, and then we got to kind of get dressed after the shower, and then the floor's wet all over the place. And here you got kind of separate partitions between the shower and where you can and change clothes, and so the floor's not wet, not everything's getting wet. And so I really like that. Bathrooms, big A+ in the bathrooms here.
I liked it because there was just one door to go in, and the laundry center was in there, so the entire place was warm, which was nice. It only really matters right now because it had been so frigid. But it's hard to go in there with children and give them a bath if the whole place isn't warm. So that was nice. This is the first time we've ever had to do laundry at a state park. Wasn't bad.
No.
Just keep quarters with you at all times.
Yeah.
But we only had to do that because the boys got so dirty.
Yeah,
at
at
Providence
the
Canyon.
Providence Canyon, it's just all clay and
But it was real muddy because of all the rain, and we were a little unclear about the trail we were taking. We weren't trying to go to the canyon floor where we'd already heard it was muddy. We were trying to go up around the outer rim so we could look down into it, but we took the other way, and it was great for the boys, but real muddy. They didn't have the right shoes.
yeah, their shoes were wet and muddy.
And we only had one other pair of shoes, so thank goodness.
We had a fun time at the canyon though.
That was my favorite. I would love to go back and re-walk back. It was very, very busy though. And it was mind-boggling to me that they rated that trail as easy, because it was steep going down and steep coming up. And for Titus, I had to carry him that, I want to say it was a 1/4 of a mile trek straight back up out of that canyon. And there was lots of roots, so I was surprised that was rated easy. But,
This wind's kicking a little bit. I'm sorry if it comes through on the microphone. We're doing the best we can. But yeah, the canyon is, there's nothing around here but except the canyon. There's a brewery down the road, if that's your thing. There's a little local brewery down the road. But the canyon is a plus. Besides that, nothing really around here.
right.
So beautiful campsite, campground. Water, it's always a plus to me when there's water nearby.
Yeah, you can't necessarily get in the water though. I didn't see anywhere where you could get in.
No, it's not a swim. It's more a boating place. I think maybe you could rent some of the pontoon boats up there. I don't know.
Didn't know.
But if you had your own boat, good place to come. Or you could do some kayaking around here.
Yeah, I did see it put in for the kayak.
So, if water sports are your thing, I don't know this is somewhere you'd want to come tubing or whatever. The water, just because of the dirt around here is all clay. The water is pretty muddy. I don't know that you'd want
Alligators
to go
too.
tubing. Yeah, lots of signs for alligators and stuff. So it's one of those campgrounds where you just enjoy camping. You don't really go anywhere. You bring everything you need.
Yep.
And but pretty nice facilities. So you ready for an official score?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm going to give this one a 6.3.
Oh,
And
slow.
it's just mainly based on the fact that the campsites are so close together. There's not a whole lot around here, and
Which normally don't bother you.
and the firewood situation. No, I mean I don't care if there's like a big town nearby, but like at least have me a gas station close. I mean there's like nothing within 15 miles or so.
Yeah.
I feel like,
Yeah.
you know, not even a little dollar store or nothing. I like the place. I'm not saying we wouldn't come back. The bathrooms are great. That kind of saves it a little bit, and we might have a little different, you know.
I think we would have had
Yeah,
a
if
different
we were-
experience if we had gotten in the back where it was concrete pads and not so close, because those in the middle are nice and large and big and had plenty of room and were well spaced out in between.
Yep. So I'm gonna go 6.3 on this one. I know you probably think that's a little harsh.
I think it's a little harsh.
But,
I'd go like a 7.
It is what it is. 6.3.
I really like that Providence Canyon. I would come back here just to go back and re-hike that,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
you know.
Yeah, we did. I'd like to do the little 3-mile loop there for sure. As kids get older and they can handle a little longer distance there. So before we head out, let's tell them what we got coming up. We got FDR coming
FDR.
up. We got what did we book?
Is it Skidaway? No, we didn't book Skidaway.
Crooked
It was
River.
Crooked River.
Crooked River's coming up. So we got a few more booked. Probably need to go ahead and do some bookings for early summer, because we know things are gonna
Right.
start filling up pretty soon.
Right now we've only booked one a month, and we were thinking, well, if we end up having a free weekend, we would go ahead and throw another one in those closer to home.
Yeah, there's
4 or
several
5.
closer to home. Laura Walker, General Coffee, Veterans, several good state parks that are close to home that we've yet to hit.
Yeah.
So we're kind of just leaving those as fill-in gaps.
Right.
If we, you know, Wednesday decide, heck, let's go camping. We don't have nothing to do this weekend.
Yeah.
So we got those we can throw in there, but we're going heavy on the state parks for right now, and we're going to try to hit them all. We appreciate you guys watching, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to give us a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and ring
Right.
the bell so you get notified every time we come out with a new video, and tell them to check out your Instagram.
Oh yeah, I have an Instagram now. It's Pop-Up Life, and I post lots of pictures and tips and tricks of me and the boys, and it's just a great platform I've liked so far.
All right, so make sure you check that out, and we will see you guys next time.
See ya. Bye.
Oh, farewell. By the beauty of your life,